been an extended run of success for him at the AA level, and you have to think a promotion to AAA is on his mind, but it hasn't come yet. Cliff Floyd is with me today. Cliff, can that be a distraction for a young player?
It definitely can. It was definitely a distraction for me. I felt like I did everything I need to do at the AA level. Why was the phone not ringing for me to get out of here and get to that next level? But you learn quickly that it's not on you. It's never about when you gonna call them and say, "Hey, I'm ready." It's on them calling you and saying, "Hey, we feel like you're ready. We need you. Let's keep it moving." But the stress level gets to a point where you need good people around you. I had a really good manager at AA and Jim Tracy, who was always keeping us calm, cool, and collect, and saying, "Hey, when the time comes, just be ready. Don't get caught slipping." And we never were. Everybody that got called up from our AA team was ready for that call, and when the phone rang, it was time to go.
An all-star player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
Minor League Baseball now on the show as our coverage comes to you from the AA Central. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Biloxi Shuckers and the Mississippi Braves. We've got baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Kyle Muller will be on the mound for the series opener. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy's done a real good job on the year keeping the opponent's batting average down. Both righties and lefties coming into this one, hitting under 250 against this guy. He's been good all season long.
At the plate now is Weston Wilson, and he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. Now he extends nicely, and this ball's driven to right field and deep. Randolph is back to the warning track, and he's able to put it away for the second out. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Chad Spanberger. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going.
We got 2.
Line drive base hit. And they throw up the stop sign at third as they decide to play it safe with 2 away.
Yeah, definitely not the execution you're looking for to pull an outside breaking ball, but who cares? Next day's box score, that's a line drive.
Next up, Tyson Randolph.
Batting third, the right fielder, Tyson Randolph.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Palma is over to his right as he puts this one away. 2 down. Next to stand in is Tyson Randolph. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Tyson Randolph.
And a called strike down in the zone. 0-1.
The offense better get it going right here because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Adams is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Freddie Aaron singled in his last at-bat. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a liner. But he will close fast out there in right field as he comes on to put it away, and the inning is over. So it's no runs on no hits, 1 error, and a runner left stranded. Home half of the 5th coming up, and we still have no score. And now Mac Bermundo, the potential tying run for him at third base. Wilson, the runner at third. Palma on second. Westbrook is over at first with 1 away. Lined into right, a base hit. In to score from third is the tying run. It's 1-1. So next to hit is Tyson Randolph. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. First pitch on its way. We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Left fielder giving chase. He makes the play. Runner tags and hits for third. And a daring move there pays off as he'll make it into third on the fly ball to left.
We'll see if moving up to third pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go for third, but now he can score a lot of different ways.
Next to hit is Mario Feliciano. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat. Line to the right side, and that's in there. Base hit. He'll hold at second, and there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Now at the plate, Tyson Randolph flew out last time up. Pitch on the way.
What a well-executed fastball right there, down and away. If you're going to do any damage with that pitch, you have to think up the middle the other way, and you have to be diving and leaning out over that thing.
Strike 2 swinging just out in front of the slider.
The count doesn't mean much to this batter. He's all in. He's not concerned with striking out, so he's going to get his A swing off.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. Now a reaching grab as he makes the play and loses his balance all at once. Final look at this tumbling catch out there in right field. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. And it's a 4-3 finish in this evening's ball game. The Braves get the win despite 3 errors in the field. Victor Vodnik gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshow.com.
Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 5 minutes.
Welcome to MLB The Show and this presentation of minor league baseball. Tonight, the 2nd of 3 to start the week between the Biloxi Shuckers and the Mississippi Braves. The Braves have won 5 games in a row. They'll look for number 6 right after this. Tucker Davidson will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy's had a solid year up to this point. It's not an easy thing to do in baseball this year with all the high-scoring games, but this guy has an ERA of sub-3, and that's saying something. If he continues to do that, I think you're going to see a really good performance out of him in this one.
Digging in next, Tyson Randolph, and he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. Lifted down the line in left.
Let's go, kid. One time right here.
The windup and the 0-1. He sends it out to left field. Well hit. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. So a solo shot down the line in left. Second home run early in the year. As they get on the board first, it's 1-0.
What a way to start this one off. Scoreless top of the frame, and you answer with a bomb in the bottom of the first.
So next to bat will be Tyson Randolph, and we'll see what he can do here after going deep his first time up. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Now a move over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. And again a throw, keeping particularly close tabs on him.
See it? Drive it. Let's go, kid.
The 1-0. Now a swing, and he pops him up. This is right out in front of the mound. Spanberger is there, and the side is retired. So 3 runs in the inning on just 1 hit, but it was a big one. The home. Now at the plate is Pablo Abreu. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. High and deep to right center. Right fielder is on the run. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. Aaron rounds the corner and is headed home. He will score. As they get on the board, it's 4-1 now. So here's the cleanup hitter, Chad Spanberger.
Chad Spanberger.
Ready with the 3-1. Skied into straightaway right. And no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. Last half of the 5th coming up. Mississippi leads it 4-3. Into the box, Tyson Randolph comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Left fielder giving chase. He gets there, and that's the 2nd out. Tyson Randolph will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. He's set, and the pitch.
What a well-executed fastball right there, down and away. If you're going to do any damage with that pitch, you have to think up the middle the other way, and you have to be diving and leaning out over that thing.
Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. A pause, and the 0-2. Heading out towards shallow right. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. So no runs here, no base hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. Mississippi's out in front, 4-3. Digging in will be Mac Bermundo. He flew out in his last AB. Hammered the other way to deep right field. Right fielder looking up at the track. The wall. Gone! And that 2-run home run delivers an 8th inning lead. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. As they will take the lead here, it's now a 5-4 ball game.
Wow, that's what a pitcher gets for not putting what he thought was a bad call in the rearview mirror. I think he was still fuming and didn't get the pitch where he wanted it. The result? A reason to be even more mad.
Next, it'll be Chad Spanberger. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Here now the 2-2. In the air to straightaway right. And that's taken in straightaway right. Will he try from second?
Hey, this was a pretty tightly played game. Got a little bit of everything in this one. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching, and defense in certain spots. This one was a fun one to watch.
A 6-4 finish in tonight's affair. Biloxi came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Phil Bickford gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. Aaron Ashby closes the door for the save, his 15th of the campaign. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click over to theshow.com. Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Tonight, the rubber match of this 3-game series between the Biloxi Shuckers and the Mississippi Braves. Division rivals do battle. Next. Trey Riley, a right-hander from Illinois, will be the starter here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Here's a guy that numbers can be a little bit deceiving. He has a whip in the 1.3 area and above range. It's a little higher than league average. He's been a little bit inconsistent. One good game, one bad game, but don't let that whip fool you. This guy's a much better pitcher than that. And if he brings his A game, he could be awfully tough in this one.
Now here's the first offering.
Come on, big dog, get your pitch. Let's go now. One time.
The 0-2 delivery. Demerit leads off first with one away. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Now batting, the right fielder.
Stepping in now, Tyson Randolph. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Now here's the pitch.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count.
Let's go, kid. Here we go.
Into the corner and slicing foul.
Let's go, kid. One time right here.
And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2.
Man, this guy's a grinder. Fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
And he fouls this one off.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Hey, this guy's a hard guy to put away. He's fouling off some tough pitches.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Nothing across here this half. 3 innings complete, and we are tied 0-0. Now it'll be Tyson Randolph. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the guy on the mound.
And the indication from the dugout comes, it looks like they're going to put him on intentionally, so that'll set up the double play possibility with 1 away.
Your attention, please. Now coming into pinch hit, Mario Feliciano.
Lined into right, a base hit.
Boy, you see that happen quite a bit at the big league level, D-Roll. Breaking ball up and away, hit for a bullet for a base hit.
Yeah, Dan, you try and look for it to pop out above the pitcher's hand, and that usually signifies that it's going to be something breaking.
So stepping in is Weston Wilson. A base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. Into right field, that's a base hit. Feliciano is digging for home. Now the relay home. Tag not in time. And we are tied here in the 8th. Stepping up is Jamie Westbrook. And a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th. Line drive base hit. Wilson heads for the plate. And a relay home. And he is out at the plate. Trying to take the lead, but this game's going to remain deadlocked as the inning is over. And now here is Tyson Randolph.
Number 32, Tyson Randolph.
First pitch on the way. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. A good pitch. But if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
Come on, big dog. Need you here.
Keep it going up there.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Hit Weekly back to the mound. The throw pulls him off the bag. Throw, and he's called out on a close play at first.
Here's one that you don't see too often.
Our final line score. First for the victory.
At some point, just about every prospect goes through a tough phase. Your bat goes cold, you can't find your feel on the mound, just nothing feels right. Sean Casey joins me today. Case, what is it like as a prospect in the minor leagues to go through struggles like that?
It's tough. It's tough because when you get to the minors, you really probably haven't struggled. You know, you haven't faced this kind of competition, so you really haven't struggled huge. I know for me, when I first got into pro ball, I was a second-round pick of the Indians. I had just led the country in hitting at University of Richmond, 461. I was the best hitter in the country. I get to the minor leagues. One of my hitting coaches is like, hey, listen, let's change your stance a little bit. Let's lower you down, get in your legs. And I'm like, oh, this guy must know what he's talking about. He's a professional coach. I struggle so bad for 2 weeks. I'm hitting 140. I'm like, oh, my gosh, I'm going to get released. Remember, Joel Skinner comes up to me, my manager, and he says, you know what, Case? He goes, you're a great hitter. That's why they took you in the second round. Tonight, I want you to start hitting your way. So that night, I got taller. I started hitting. I ended up winning the batting title that year. The point was failures, the struggle, all that stuff, anxiety is built into baseball. You as an individual player have to learn how to talk to yourself mentally, know yourself as a hitter or as a pitcher, and believe in yourself. That's what's going to get you to the next level.
So we're going to see a pinch hitter here with the bases empty and 1 gone in the inning.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitter for Mississippi.
Let's go, kid. Here we go.
Number 32, Tyson Randolph.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. The numbers for him certainly look good. He's at 327, 2 home runs, and 28 RBIs. And there's ball 1.
Pitch and drive it, kid. Here you go.
Tapped out in front of home. Throw gets him, 2 down. Kevin Weinstein is on to pitch out of the bullpen.
Here now our final line score. First for the victorious Central, 7 runs on 10 hits. No errors. They left 7 on base.
Welcome into this presentation of minor league baseball from the AA Central. Tonight, game 2 of this 3-game weekend series between the Mississippi Braves and the Biloxi Shuckers. The race for the division continues to heat up as 2 of the best square off next.
Biloxi Shuckers.
Zach Brown, the right-hander out of Indiana, will be doing the pitching in this one. Dan, please, Zach, what do you got?
Hey, in this day and age where we're all into numbers and statistics, look at this whip, 1.10 or less. He has a sub 1.1. That's not an easy thing to do, especially in today's game where we see teams scoring a lot of runs. He doesn't walk very many guys, and he doesn't give up that many hits either. This is a real good pitcher and should be fun to watch pitch in this one.
Skied down the left field line, but no one can get to this one as it's down for a foul ball inside the visitors' bullpen. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Long run for the center fielder. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. Now to the plate, Weston Wilson, and he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Well, you take a look at our visiting club as they take the field tonight. They suffered a bit of a setback last time out, but not to worry. They're still 6-2 over their previous 8 ball games.
Yeah, guys, yesterday's loss was a tough one. A one-run loss. Hopefully they were able to just acclimate themselves to the city, get a chance to hit the streets, maybe regroup a little bit, and show up today ready to go.
Alexander Palma started to go around, but it's a called strike, 0-1.
I love the aggressive approach by this pitcher right now, getting on the mound and getting ahead of the first 3 guys he faces.
A ball and a strike now. The 1-1. Fouled off. Here comes the 1-2. There's a changeup that drops below the knees for a ball. Full count now, 3-2.
Got to think our man behind the plate thought twice about that one. About as close as it gets.
Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. To third. He's got it. Throw cleanly into first, and that ends the inning. An inning in the books tonight, still scoreless here on the show. So here now is the pitcher, Tyson Randolph.
The pitcher, Tyson Randolph.
First pitch of the AB now. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. Chased out of the zone there, and he's down 2 strikes.
Oh, man, was that a hack. He's trying to create his own run support with a swing like that.
0-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now. Here comes the 1-2. Sent on the ground out to second. He's right there. Throw to first in time, and the big inning is avoided as the side is retired. So 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. On now to the bottom of the second. Mississippi leads it 1-0. Now at the plate, here is Jamie Westbrook. As we take a look there at the difference in his numbers between June and July. And that one swung on and missed 0-1.
That was a great hack right there. Timing was on point. Just sometimes you have bad bat barrel accuracy.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Classic slider, down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
At the plate, Mario Feliciano, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. The numbers offensively pretty dismal to this point, down in the 170s to start play. No home runs as of yet, and a couple RBIs. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike two. Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Still even at 2-2. 1 out, nobody on. And the slider gets him swinging, 2 gone.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Into the box now, Sean Adams. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. And he's looking to get it going, off to a bit of a slow start this year. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in 2 that time. Oh, and no time to get him at first, not with his speed, and that'll go down as an infield single. To the plate now, Ozzie Negrete. Swings and sends it in the air out to left center. In there, a base hit. Into the box, Rod Penn, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. First chance for him here after appearing as a pinch hitter in the game last night. Hit in the air down the right field line. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. A bouncer to the left side. And the inning will end as they're unable to cash in with 2 outs. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We played 2 full. Mississippi's out in front, 1-0. Now into the box, Zach Brown. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. First pitch on the way. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
He'll get it into second. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
No doubt about it. He was looking fastball all the way there, and that's exactly what he got. Got the barrel out front and just blasted it down the line for an extra base hit. Nobody out, runner in scoring position. Great opportunity here.
It was a fly out for him to start the home first. 1-1 the count now. From the belt, the pitch.
That's ball 2.
So you'd love for him to offer at that one, but the execution was flawless. Nice curveball that starts in the zone and breaks just out. Just a great take by the batter.
Hey, get him yourself right here.
The 2-2 one more time. Hit out towards second. Reined in. And he will whip this one over to first in time for the out. Next to hit, Weston Wilson trying to bring in the tying run from third here. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. 1 out and a runner on third. Hit to first. Scooped up. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Next, here is Alexander Palma, the potential tying run for him at third base. Here's the first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
If you've been paying attention, the guy on the mound does not want to come inside. If I'm at the plate, I'm leaning out over.
A man on third with 2 down. To 2-2 now.
2 strikes.
Started to go around, but it's a called third strike anyway, and that will retire the side. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. On now to the top of inning number 4. Mississippi leads it 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and next to bat will be the outfielder, Jamie Westbrook. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. And that misses 1-1.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
One ball,
A ball and 2 strikes. Got him. So he's down on strikes for the second time here tonight.
That's a pretty impressive pitch from a young arm like that. If you could spot your pitches there in advantage counts like 1 and 2, you're going to have a lot of strikeouts and soft contact.
In now, Mario Feliciano.
Now batting.
As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. And he'll look at a fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. The 1-1 is a fastball that misses.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
Here now the 2-2. Grounded back up the middle. He's got it. And the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first.
This is a head scratcher. I mean, that's the shortest throw on the infield, and somehow he lets it sail wide of the mark for an E4. A couple more like that, and doubt starts to creep into the second baseman's mind. Hey, it's nearly impossible to turn 2 with a guy that could run like this. It's even harder when he comes out of the box hitting from the left side. You really need something tailor-made to even have a chance to get him at first.
One ball.
Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here. Fouled away.
One out. You got 1.
And another foul ball. Now another 1-2.
2-2 to count.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
In a double play situation, you kind of expect most pitches to be down in the zone, hoping for a ground ball. So that was an interesting pitch selection to go up in the zone. I think he caught him off guard a little bit.
Stepping in now, Ozzie Negrete. A ball and no strikes. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. To 2-2 now.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss on the knuckle curve, and the inning is over. So no runs on no hits. 1 error in the inning, but a man left stranded. We played 4 full. Mississippi's out in front, 1-0. Next, it'll be Tyson Randolph. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here's the first pitch. Got him to go up the ladder there for strike 1.
With the way this guy's throwing on the mound, you cannot be chasing. You have to set your sights a little bit lower and control the strike zone.
Hit on the ground is short. Fielded cleanly. And boy, just about overshot his man at first, but he's able to keep a foot on the bag over there, and that's out number 2.
Leading off for the shuffle.
First offering.
Not shortstop. Rob.
Hey, place it first. Place it first.
The windup and the 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at-bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
Into the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
So now to the plate, Zach Brown, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. Hit out towards second. Reined in. And there are 2 away now. So the next to bat will be Pablo Abreu. 0 for 2 with a fly ball and a ground out on his line to this point. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. A ball and a strike.
Nice adjustment out on the mound. Overthrew the first one a little bit, but got on top and let that ball rip right out in front of him.
Up high. 2-1 now. Swing and a line drive. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 game so far.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And he misses with it. 1-1.
That's the human element of the game right there. Umpires are going to miss a couple calls. It's the pitcher's ability to stay composed and grind that's going to make him successful today.
And that runner will hold up at second with 2 aboard now.
2 quick outs from the 8-9 guys in the order, but the top of the order, it's a different story. A knock and then another single back-to-back, and now you got traffic with the big guys coming up.
No hits to this point. Now a breaking ball, but it's low.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And he struck him out. His 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. Mississippi leads it 1-0. Leading off the inning, it'll be Jamie Westbrook as they'll look to spark the offense and even things up.
Offense needs to get going right here. You want to try and tighten up this game a little bit before it starts to get into that territory where you're going to start seeing the back end of each bullpen.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Wow, this guy has been on top of it today, pushing the throttle and pulling it when he needs to.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. And he's going to make the catch on the warning track. A fine running play there for the first out. So now into the box is Mario Feliciano. An error allowed him to reach base in his last appearance. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
That elevated fastball right there, that is the biggest change in the game today for me. When I first came up, a lot of guys working that Greg Maddux east to west.
Grounded slowly to the left side. Scooped up. Throw on to first. 2 gone. Stepping in once again is Sean Adams. Struck out in his last trip to the plate. In there, no balls and a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit out towards second. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game. It's like magic or something. He's given up a boatload of hits, but they haven't been able to chase a runner home.
And that's just another base hit in a long line of many. Seems like he's been pitching from the stretch the entire game, but somehow he's still got a shutout going. We'll see how long he can make this last.
1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. That's a strike to throw down. It's wide, and he's in there with the stolen base. Well, the offense has been in short supply here tonight, so maybe that bag was aimed at finding him. We'll have to press pause as that strike 3 to retire the side. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. We're through 6 full. Mississippi's out in front, 3-0. Now to the plate, here is Tyson Randolph. He bounced out last time up. And now the first pitch.
Come on, big guy, see it. Drive it right here.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1.
After falling down 0-2 on the same pitch, don't be shocked if he triples up on it.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th. A.J. Puckett gets the call from the pen to take the ball for the home.
Well, as a former pitcher, you know I love these low-scoring games as opposed to those slugfests. This was like a throwback game when home runs weren't so common and pitching was really dominant. No complaints here.
Tonight's ball game comes to a close, 3-1 the final. The Braves took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. Tyson Randolph earned his 9th win of the year. Josh Graham earns the save out of the bullpen, his 23rd of the campaign. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to the new website, theshow.com.
Well, it hasn't been all roses for him lately. He's been scuffling a little bit, and sometimes that light at the end of the tunnel can seem pretty darn dim. Jim Callis of MLB Pipeline is with me. Jim, there are so many players who struggle at times on their way to the majors. How do they move past it to success?
You just have to be mentally tough. It's easier said than done, because a lot of times when you haven't faced adversity, when you face it for the first time, you don't know how to deal with it. You know, it's tough. But I can just think back, you know, when I first got into this business covering prospects, Chipper Jones was the #1 overall pick in the draft, and Todd Van Poppel was more famous. You know, he's like the best high school pitcher people had ever heard of in some cases. And Chipper Jones went #1. He went to the Gulf Coast League and he hit 200. And people couldn't believe the Braves had blown this pick on Chipper Jones. You know, how could you not take Todd Van Poppel? and Chipper was mentally tough. And he knew it was just rookie ball. It was just the start of his career, not the end of it. And he became a Hall of Famer. I can remember watching Derek Jeter in low Class A.
Oh, yeah.
I think he made 54 errors in the South Atlantic League. And it was like, geez, man, this guy's kind of sloppy at shortstop. And, you know, Derek Jeter wound up winning multiple Gold Gloves and becoming a Hall of Fame shortstop. So, I mean, it happens to everybody. I mean, I think you learn more from failure than from success. You know, in pro ball, look, it's not fun going through these things, but at least now he's figuring out what adjustments do I need to make.
The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Mississippi Braves and the Pensacola Blue Wahoos. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Vic Romaker gets the call for Game 1 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matty V, a little bit of a mixed bag with this guy. An ERA of over 4 in his last 3 starts. He's either been really good or really bad, and recently he's been more bad than good. It'll be interesting to see if he can turn it around and pitch better in this one here today.
So now to the plate, Tyson Randolph.
The right fielder, Tyson Randolph.
First delivery to him. Now a throw over and a dive, but he's back in. Rijo, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Into right field, that's a base hit. Throw into third. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with 1 away.
I got to be honest, I'm shocked he went back to this pitch again. First one, he was on it and fouled it off. Second one, he did not miss.
Striding in is Jesus Sanchez, trying here to plate the tying run from second.
Jesus Sanchez.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Long run for the right fielder. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and hit for third. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning. So here is Santiago Chavez, and he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. A 1 pitch on its way. Skied into very shallow right. Randolph will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first. All set for the start of the 4th, and digging in is the outfielder Tyson Randolph.
Hey, get your pitch up there. Let's go, baby.
First offering. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Right fielder giving chase. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. Now to bat, Tyson Randolph. Flew out last time up.
The right fielder, Tyson.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1.
Hey, wait for your pitch right there, huh?
Fastball misses away here. It's 2-0.
If you've been paying attention, the guy on the mound does not want to come inside. If I'm at the plate, I'm leaning out over.
Swung on, missed. 2-1.
Hey, any way you can, any way you can. Here we go.
And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full. He loses him on ball 4.
As the pitching coach heads out to the mound, I think this is probably just a case of giving your guy a chance to catch his breath, pump him up a little bit, let him know that he's got it under control.
Next to dig in, Tyson Randolph.
Right fielder, Tyson Randolph.
First delivery to him. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
Hey, find a way right here. 2 outs. This guy has come in throwing bullets. If he can get this team into dugout right here with another donut and they regroup, start passing the baton a little bit, we got ourselves some action.
Hey, like you can up there, huh?
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2.
That's back-to-back sliders on the outside part of the plate. Now would be a good time to come in with that good hard stuff inside.
Chinea moving to his left, and he's got it for the final out of the frame. And stepping in, Brian Miller grounded out in his last at-bat. Line to the right side, and that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
I mean, that has to frustrate the guy on the mound right there. You get him down 0-2, no put-away pitch, works the count back to neutral, and is able to mix in a base hit. Nice job.
Up next, Thomas Gerbavaz. A couple of walks for him thus far.
Thomas Gerbavaz.
Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. And this is in the air to right, and this should do it. He makes the catch, and they have taken game one of the series on the road as the ball game is over.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure is off. If they get one of the next two, the series is theirs.
Tonight's ball game comes to a close, 3-1 the final. Mississippi jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Patrick Weigel earns win number 4 on the season as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. Josh Graham hammers down the save, his 24th on the season. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 40 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.
Welcome to MLB The Show and this presentation of minor league baseball. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Mississippi Braves and the Pensacola Blue Wahoos. The race for the division continues to heat up as 2 of the best square off next.
Blue Wahoo.
Eloy Morales is on the mound for game 2. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, how good has this guy been up to this point? In a day and age where guys and teams are scoring lots of runs, to have an ERA sub-2, that's saying something. Hopefully, we're going to see more of the same from this guy, one of the top pitchers in all the league.
Ready now is Tyson Randolph, and there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. Now here's the first offering. Strike 1 to start the at-bat.
Hey, let her rip up there. Let's go.
The windup and the 0-1.
What a well-executed fastball right there, down and away. If you're going to do any damage with that pitch, you have to think up the middle the other way.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. So a rather pedestrian start to the top half of the first. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1, no score. So now here is Tyson Randolph. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0. Lifted down the line in left. And no one will get this one.
Let it fly. Let it fly right here.
Ready with the 1-1.
Hey, make no mistake about it. This lineup's going to have to get going and get a little bit more aggressive. This guy's pounding the zone.
Ready with the 1-2. Now he turns and smokes this one into deep center field. And what an effort on the running play to end the inning. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. And we are tied 0-0. Stepping in next, Tyson Randolph.
Come on, baby.
Here's the first pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Let's go now. What's that?
Now the 0-1.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on. And if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
To 1-2 now.
There you go. See it up. Let it fly.
Has a look. Now the pitch. This one's down to third. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first beats him easily, and the side is retired. One hit, one left. Home half of the fifth coming up. The Wahoos are on top, 1-0. And now in the box, Santiago Chavez reached on an error and then eventually scored in his first at-bat. Now he extends nicely, and this ball's driven to right field and deep. A leap at the wall, but forget it, it's gone, a home run. A solo shot down the line in right. First home run of the campaign for him, as it's now a 2-0 ball game.
This is a fastball away, and you can see him extend those arms, really going with the pitch to the opposite field. And when you hit them down the line like that, you don't have to hit some tape measure job. Barely over the fence is just fine.
All set for the start of the inning, and next to bat will be the outfielder, Tyson Randolph.
This is the part of the game where I think we really start seeing what teams are made of, both in terms of battling back, showing some resiliency, and in terms of knowing how to play with the lead, locking down that W.
Hit out towards second. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Hey, it sure feels good to shut somebody out. This was a 3-0 game that featured a lot of great pitching and timely hitting, which made the difference in this one.
And tonight's ends as a 3-0 shutout win. Pensacola led this game from the third inning on and never wavered. Eloy Morales earns the win, his second. Tyler Stevens wraps it up for the save, his third of the campaign. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. From our partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
2 errors. They left 15 men on base.
Minor League Baseball now on the show as our coverage comes to you from the AA Central. Tonight, the rubber match of this 3-game series between the Mississippi Braves and the Pensacola Blue Wahoos. The race for the division continues to heat up as 2 of the best square off next. Edward Cabrera will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA under 4 in baseball. He's slightly over that, but this guy's a better pitcher than that ERA indicates.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Milton is in his tracks now as he tucks this one away to retire the side. Nothing doing here in the opening half inning. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1. No score. At the plate now is Tyson Randolph. The base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second.
Hey, here we go. Here we go. Hey, look at one pitch right here.
First offering on its way. Fly ball out to straightaway right. And the 2-out threat won't pay off. The inning is over. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Pensacola's out in front here, 1-0. Next up is Tyson Randolph. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fly ball out toward left center field. He's under it, and that ends the inning. Nothing doing here this half. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Blue Wahoos lead it 1-0. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Andre Anderson. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Hit the other way out toward right field. Randolph is there, 2 down. Next up, Tyson Randolph. He flew out in his last AB.
Tyson Randolph.
First offering, and a fastball's in there for strike 1.
That's the exact spot to lean on as a reliever. As a hitter, you just have to tip your cap and look for the next one.
Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Right here.
Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is
Now batting, shortstop, Luis Marte.
Heading out toward shallow right. Randolph will come in a bit and put it away for the 2nd out of the inning. And now Tyson Randolph struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Sanchez will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
Tonight's ball game comes to a close, 3-1 the final. Mississippi secured their 3rd win of the
Because it's so rare, does it feel sometimes like if you have one bad outing, the whole experiment might get scrapped?
You know that your leash is short and all eyes are on you, and they're going to try to fit you in your box, right? They're going to try to make you a pitcher, or they're going to try to, find your defensive position out there, and you have to fight and you have to battle. And it's something that I had to battle my entire life, but it comes down to the fact that you have to be so good that they can't not put you in the lineup, that they can't not put you out there on defense or on the mound.
Welcome into this presentation of minor league baseball from the AA Central. Tonight, a matchup of teams at opposite ends of the division between the Pensacola Blue Wahoos and the Mississippi Braves. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Tyson Randolph, a right-hander from Illinois, will be the starter here. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, in this day and age where we're used to seeing a lot of home runs and pitchers not going very deep in a game, how about this guy? ERA in the low 1s. That's not an easy thing to do. He can strike people out, but he can also get them out via the ground ball, the fly ball. Judging by his stats this year, he is having a ridiculously good season up to this point.
And stepping in, Eric Casilla, and we are set for baseball here this evening. Fellas, you take a look at our homestanding ball club as they come into this one tonight. They've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty. Dan, this team is playing well. They're getting closer in the division race. I guess my question to you, I want to ask you, did you find that you started to really pitch better as the summer months started to get hotter?
No doubt about it. Not only does this team start feeling better, but I think you get a good vibe starting to go throughout the clubhouse. You realize that the schedule is starting to wind itself down. Every game is more important. The bigger the game, hopefully the better you play. And this team's been playing some really good baseball lately.
Again, another foul ball. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. 73 degrees our game time temperature here tonight, and then it probably won't get a whole lot cooler than that. Now a swing and a miss on the fastball, then the leadoff man is set down here for the first out of the evening.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint to watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
Batting second.
At the plate now, Luis Marte. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
The pitcher's got to be smarter right there. He blew that fastball right by him, and then he did him a favor by speeding up his bat with a changeup. Nice execution to keep your hands back by the batter.
Into the box now, Chris Tieranen, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Batting average down in the low 210s. 4 home runs and 22 RBIs. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch.
That's a ball. Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
Down and in as he's forced to back out of the way that time.
We're seeing a good AB here from the 3-hole hitter. If he can work a walk or pick up a hit here, he's going to put that cleanup guy in a really good position to do some damage in this first inning.
And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. And this will bang up against the wall. The relay throw, and he is in there with an RBI triple.
Well, there's one way to get our first run of the game across. Good hustle there on an RBI triple, and they're in good shape to possibly make it 2-0 with another base hit here.
1-0 the count. From the belt, the pitch.
Hey, I love that pitch right there. Better execution after just giving up an extra base hit.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses, ball 2. A man at third with 1 away. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
I got 3-1.
That's a good job right there. You very rarely see pitchers double up where they go a pitch inside. Normally, they'll go back outside, but he followed that up with another pitch on the inside part of the plate.
And he misses with 1 here. It's ball 4. So that'll at least bring the double play into the conversation with runners at the corners and 1 away.
He's definitely stumbled out of the starting blocks here in the first, giving up a couple of base knocks and that walk. First innings are often some of the toughest for a starting pitcher.
Victor Mesa comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
This is exactly the situation you drew up from an offensive standpoint. Good pitcher on the mound, but you got a chance to bury him early in this one.
That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Just hung in there on that one. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. This one's flared toward left center. In comes the left fielder, and the runner from third crosses the plate. It's a 2-0 ball game. At the plate, Santiago Chavez, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1.
I think this inning could have far-reaching effects in this game. They're really making him work, and unless he dials it in, it's probably going to limit how deep he goes into this game.
2 strike deliveries in the dirt. 1-2 now. Ball 2.
1 out now, 1 out.
Here now the 2-2. Swing and a little blooper to center. And that's going to fall for a base hit. And they'll hold that runner at third as everybody moves up a base, and they're loaded with one away. Into the box, Mackenzie Taylor, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. And this one scoots all the way to the wall. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield. It's a wild one, and 3 runs are in to score. Well, guys, there's an old saying about playing with matches. Certainly put himself in a tough spot with the bases loaded there.
Yeah, and I mean, he's not only playing with matches.
And it's a 10-9 final at the end of this one. The Mississippi Braves came through when it mattered in the 9th on the way to the win. Brooks Wilson wins his 4th game out of the bullpen this year. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click over to theshow.com.
For the Blue Wahoos, 9 runs on 10 hits. 3 errors, they left 7 runners on base.
Team's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on The Show. Today, a matchup of division rivals at opposite ends of the standings between the Pensacola Blue Wahoos and the Mississippi Braves. As October draws nearer, the race for the postseason intensifies. A pivotal game for 2 division rivals. Next. Trey Riley gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy's had a solid year up to this point. It's not an easy thing to do in baseball this year with all the high-scoring games, but this guy has an ERA of sub-3, and that's saying something. If he continues to do that, I think you're going to see a really good performance out of him in this one.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Tyson Randolph stands in as he looks at a called strike.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
The tag gets one. On to first. A double play. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Eloy Morales.
For me, this is an important add-on inning here. Their little lead is cute. I like it, but keeping the pressure on, building that lead, that's how you bury someone.
Line drive, base hit to right. Leading off the inning, it'll be Tyson Randolph, and they could use a spark from him here. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Sent on the ground out to second. He's right there, and a good throw gets him one gone. Next to stand in is Andre Anderson. He went down looking in his last trip to the plate. The 2-1 home. Hit the other way out toward right field. Randolph finds some space out there for the catch to retire the side. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Wahoos are on top 2-0. Next to hit is Tyson Randolph. He bounced out last time up.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
And that's through into right field for a base hit. The throw to third. And this will get in there too late. He's in there at third. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. So next to hit is Tyson Randolph. He delivered an RBI single in his last trip.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this, only amassing a solid 1 hit in your entire career. But pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
Not even close with the 1-0. He needs to get back in the zone, but be careful. Work the quadrants.
The 2-0 is in there for strike one. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
And he lays off ball 4, so now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Looked like he might have gotten squeezed a little bit right there, and you know he's talking to himself in his head about it. That kind of stuff goes both ways, though. Hitters get their fair share of crummy calls going against them, too.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Eric Casilla. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Skied into straightaway right. And that's taken in straightaway right. Will he try from second? The relay. Throw won't get him. Now at the plate, Tyson Randolph. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
And a knock for him this time. He's 2 for 4 for the game.
Man, that's a nice job by the batter right there, keeping the front side in. Not easy on a curveball. Would have been easy to throw the front side and hook that foul, but he was able to stay inside and drive it for a base hit.
A 1-run game, 6-5 the final today. The Blue Wahoos rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Eloy Morales notches his 3rd win of the year. Tommy Eveld closes the door for the save, his 3rd of the campaign. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to the new website, theshow.com.
The grind of Double-A is a well-documented ordeal, and many prospects don't make it past that level because they just can't find enough consistency to succeed. Cliff, what is the key to getting that consistency you need to succeed at the Double-A level?
Work is the key to everything. If you're willing to work and put in the effort and make sure that you stay the course. Staying the course means work smart. Not work long, work smart. If that means taking 5 ground balls because you feel good that day, cool. Then you might need to take 20 because you made a couple mental mistakes. All these things are going to help you in the long, road, not the short term, but in the longevity of a career. You're going to need to have work ethics that's going to push you over the top when you need it the most.
A minor league coach beckons a recently struggling pitcher to rise to the challenge of a postseason push. To come through now when his contribution is most needed would make a strong statement to the team brass.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified whenever a new video is available. And let me know in the comments what you think, or roast me for my terrible gameplay. Videos like this are recorded live on Twitch. Follow my socials and my Twitch to know when I'm live recording new content for YouTube. Again, thanks for watching the Prophet Loki 309 YouTube. I'll see you in the realm of mischief.